All right, next up to present this year's Living and Giving Award, I'd like to invite to the stage JDRF's Upland South Regional Director, Courtney Davies.
Good evening. Tonight, the Living and Giving Award is being presented to Diane Adams and family, who exemplify the very best in community support and involvement. For all of you who know them well, you know the special relationships these individuals have with each other. You know that every day they continue to prop each other up. They're respected, they're respectful, and they truly walk the walk. This huge crowd here tonight only exemplifies the fact that their fun-loving spirit has touched you all. We thank you for being with us tonight. From 2005 to 2009, it really was my pleasure to serve this community as the executive director. And I had the distinct privilege of being invited into many of your homes and to be a welcomed and extended family member to many. Joining forces on a cause that impacts individuals and their families so deeply, well, it does that. It creates a unique and wonderful bond that often blurs the lines between work and personal, because for many of us, it is personal. This disease became personal to the Adams family when Danielle was diagnosed with type 1 at age 4, and since that time, their entire extended family, including friends and colleagues of Diane's who never met Danielle, have remained steadfast in their commitment to JDRF. Over the years, it's the humanity and the humility of Diane and her family that outshine their very impressive financial contributions and contributions of time and talent to JDRF. With input from many tonight, I'd like to share a few words that best describe Diane. And by the way, it's a good thing I can't see her right now. Compassionate, positive, results and goal-oriented, a role model. She puts family first. Grace under pressure, a mentor. She has a sunny disposition. She's a collaborator. She's playful and insightful, fair and balanced, and passionate. For me personally, Diane Adams has been a cherished partner in crime. Diane is all of these things I just mentioned. I'm also here to tell you she is directionally handicapped. It's true. I admit I have found comfort seeing Diane wander a parking lot, because it has given me great comfort knowing I'm not the only one that can't remember where they have parked their car. I have been on many cultivation and recruitment lunches and dinners with Diane. And although you would never know this by looking at her, Diane Adams knows how to polish off a dessert. And if you're not careful, she may try to polish off yours as well. I can say these things publicly because what I admire most about Diane is her ability to laugh at herself and her ability to find humor in most situations in which she finds herself in. The Adams family, they may not take themselves too seriously, but they do take their fundraising seriously, and boy, do they have a competitive spirit. And JDRF certainly is the lucky recipient of those efforts. So don't let the rap songs, the personal songs, the skits fool you. They are always thinking, and dare I say, scheming on what's the next best way to both raise awareness and funds for JDRF while staying true to who they are, which is fun-loving and sometimes nutty. Diane and her family, their ability to mobilize others is a result of a winning combination. It's high energy and a positive outlook, coupled with the serious messaging about how type 1 impacts the whole family. Diane, Kristen, Danielle, and Jordan, please join me on stage, as it is my honor to present you with the 2011 Living and Giving Award. Congratulations. Congratulations again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Kristen Adams.
Good evening. My name is Kristen Adams, and besides being the boy in the rap video that a few of you saw, I also carry the title of Danielle Adams' sister. Even though I am her sister, I really don't sometimes understand what it's like to have diabetes. When Danielle was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes at the age of 4, our family, like many of you, was faced with one question: who is in control, Danielle or diabetes? If you guessed Danielle, well then you know my family well. In the moments or hours after her diagnosis, we knew laughter, optimism, and action were our only options for dealing with this dreadful disease. Today, 10 years later, we still believe that to be true. Tonight I want to share a couple stories of my hero, Danielle, who has taught her big brother and sister more than we could have ever imagined about the true meaning of life. You see, I wasn't at the hospital the day Danielle was diagnosed. I didn't hear him say the words, and even if I did, it could have never meant then what it means to me now. It means every day my sister fights for freedom. She fights to stay alive. I'll never forget the night Mom yelled out for help, only once, because Jordan and I knew that all too familiar yell. Danielle was in trouble. Jordan jumped from the tub, and I from my room, to find Danielle in the middle of a seizure. Her body was shaking uncontrollably on the couch. I really wasn't much help this night. All I could do was cry and hold Danielle's hand. Mom assumed immediate action and jammed her leg with a glucagon, while Jordan spread icing all along her gums. And a few minutes later, well, really what seemed like hours, Danielle began to come out of the seizure. And in typical Danielle fashion, she wanted everybody else to feel better, knowing that she was okay. This was her way of letting us know that. So as she looked around at each of us and finally came to Jordan, she said, "Jordan, next time you come to my rescue, could you please put your boxers on first?" Oh, gosh. So you see, there are some things that are more important than a towel dry. I mentioned earlier, I'll never know what it's like to have diabetes, or so I hope. I got to experience sleepovers with my friends and didn't have to worry about Mom or Dad picking me up at 11 o'clock to check my blood sugar all throughout the night. If I was cranky, it was because my teenage hormones were acting up again, not because there was a kink in my insulin pump and my blood sugar had gone sky high. There are a couple things that keep me focused on a cure for diabetes. The first is Danielle's courage. The second is all the research that has been done, especially Danielle's participation in the artificial pancreas trial. The night before she was to go to UVA for her second visit, she was feeling a bit reluctant. And in order to lift her spirits, we decided to do one of our favorite things as kids, play a prank. Mom was our perfect target. Now, there's something I've got to tell you about Mom. She doesn't sleep often, but when she does, she really sleeps. So, as she laid there taking a nap, we thought the perfect idea would be to toilet paper or TP the whole entire hotel room. Now just imagine, Danielle, Adam, and I, 3 grown adults, or so we'd like to think, toilet papering the entire room. Now this included everything: light fixtures, Mom, she's still asleep, and all Mom's technology, which was also probably happily taking a nap next to her on the bed. The surprised look on her face when she woke up and saw all the shenanigans that had taken place while she was asleep still brings tears to my eyes sometimes, and it warms my heart to think how it became a bright and funny moment in another of Danielle's challenges. Moral of this story: when life hands you a stinky situation like diabetes, keep perspective, find the humor, and use toilet paper.